This one's for Big Swear. So, people, Christmas. Those of you celebrate Christmas. Merry Christmas. But yeah, we had a couple of those down days. Everybody was all scared of the cryptos. Oh my God. Well, what do the strong hands do? The strong hands, we bought more. Bought BTFD. Buy the effing dip. And then Christmas Eve, they were down again. Oh no. Oh no. Bitcoin almost 14K. Ethereum again, 750. There's nothing to see here. Bitcoin Cash, right around 3,000 as we usually see. Litecoin, 271. Hey, it's cheaper than $300, isn't it? Not a bad buy. Even at that price. Again, I was trying to get in with both hands and feet when it was down in the freaking 180, 90 range. And for the life of me, could not pull that off even kind of. EOS back to $8, down a little bit recently. Quantum or Qtum, $55. Lisk, remember that guy I told you I helped? Subscriber of mine? Man, he was talking about this when it was a few bucks. $2, $3, $4 something. Remember that? Had a video. Hey, I just helped someone put 70 ETH or some crap, whatever it was. That's a nice return if he's hanging on to some of that. I know he had some, he sold off to getting some of these other cryptos to make some moves, but I think he still had some Lisk. Well, that thing took off nicely. And once again, Zcash. I said, man, when that thing crashes, guys, you want to scrape some profits. There's a good one. It'll come back and recover. All this over here, this little this chart, this high, it'll be back over there. Not too distant future. OMG, almost $15 again. Populous 34. Hey, not a bad price for Populous, honestly, compared to where we've seen it go and where we think it's going. Sia Coin. Who gave you the tip on that? Who gave you the tip on Sia Coin? Trader Boss. And that was also, and then Digibyte, right? Another good one he gave us a nice tip on. 7 cents. But then there was the other one, and that was out of those three, I didn't get in all three. Again, couldn't give you a great reason. Just said, you know what? I'm just going in library credits. That was it. Not freaking bad. Look at this thing. I think there's some very good potential here, just like Trader Boss said. What else we got here? In fact, let's take a look at some PayPal. I think it's not quite as high as it was recently. $1.66. What was it? 230 something. I think remember my Papa called me that I want out. It's like 227, 230 something. I want out. Get me into put me into Litecoin. Give me the rest of this in Litecoin. So he took $300, put it into PayPal, rode that up to like 1,800 something. Took $300 out of that to keep for himself. So now his initial investment is back. He's out nothing, which left him about $1,500, which he, at the time, Litecoin was $170. He said, all right, lock me in on some Litecoin. And he actually said that first before he did his sell-off and said, let me pay you back in a couple months or whatever. I said, all right, no problem. And then his PayPal went way up and said, never mind. I've got the money now. I'll pay you everything I owe you right now. So we're made whole. That's the name of the game. You start with some small amount, flip it 2, 3, 4 times, whatever it is. 10 times if you're lucky, you know what I mean? If you can get out there quickly, take that, do the same thing again. Some people are trying to do that and take it into one coin only. Like, oh, I'm just going to win this one coin and see if I can do it. And hey, my dad did that on PayPal. But now he's back into Litecoin with it. And again, I think when we hear those announcements, you heard Charlie Lee, man. You heard what the guy said. We got 4 things, and the 4th one was some kind of major announcement. I don't even know what it is. Can't even speculate, honestly. If like I said, if any of those things happened, it's game over. You better be holding on to some Litecoin when that happens. My mom came over yesterday, Christmas Eve. Again, we have some family down and stuff. And I got this guy. He's sitting here right now. You can't see him. He's sitting on one of the chairs over here. We'll just go with Dave. Just Dave. Just Dave. We're going with Dave. This guy's got a, contractor type of a background, as far as like building houses and electrical and stuff like that. He's like, man, this was like last week. He says, man, my girlfriend's out of town. I ain't got nothing to do. I know you were talking about the RV and hooking it up and you need some power and you got tiny cable going to the man cave, and man, that's what I do. He's like, man, I've got cable for miles, wiring, breakers, boxes. I've got so much stuff here. We probably won't really need hardly anything. I'm like, all right. So he's like, I can come next weekend if you want. I'm thinking Christmas weekend. He said, yeah, I ain't got nothing to do. I said, well, shoot, all right. So he comes over here yesterday. We're digging some trenches and getting everything all hooked up. Man, he handled business. Took out the number 12 wire, put in number 6 all the way down, 1-inch pipe. Got the RV hooked up. I mean, it was just getting dark right before we were finishing up. Finally, it took us all day. It's a pretty big job. But he came over and he wanted to see some stuff on my Ether wallet and move. How do I move this from there and that? So, let me give you a little lesson. So anyway, this guy came over. He's like, man, I'm not charging you nothing. My entire bill was us going to Home Depot, and I think we ended up going twice, maybe $210 or something. He had like all the wiring. It was fantastic. So it was late. I'm like, well, I was like, we've never even slept in this RV. We got the RV. We haven't done anything with it yet. Every time I try to look out to go somewhere, all the freaking places are taken. And I said, we haven't even slept in this thing. I said, you ain't doing nothing, right? I got some stuff to show you anyways. We don't have time for that right now. So you want to sleep in the RV? He's like, yeah, man, hell yeah. So he tried it out. He said, man, I had a couple dreams. He's like, I had some incredible dreams last night while I was sleeping in the RV. So he was telling me about that this morning, but we came out here, and I'm just going over some Mike the Walt stuff. He's trying to tell me about all of his, telling all of his friends and family about the cryptos, and of course, his girlfriend's she's flying over to, was it Germany or something? Dublin, and I guess the freaking plane sucked in a bird in one of the engines. They had to land the damn thing, and so she was set up for a couple days in a hotel, and she's talking to some girls there at the bar or whatever, and they're like, oh my gosh, Bitcoin is down, it's going way down, it's crashing. So she calls him, of course. Should we sell? You gonna sell? It's crashing. He's like, nope, I'm doing what the big dogs do. I'm gonna sit back and wait for it to go back up. I'm gonna try to buy some more stuff. And that's just it. You heard Trader Boss, he was out buying, he's scooping up Bitcoin at, what was it, 11,000 or something, he said? 11.2. Man, I wish I could have gone. Again, I was trying. When I was on Coinbase, I was like, all right, let me try to get some Bitcoin then. Nope, $20 worth. $20 worth of Bitcoin. You kidding me? I'm like, come on, I want more than that. But I'm just, and, I was like I said, I was moving my OMG over to Bittrex. Let me do some action over there. I'm like, wait a minute. I got a lot of freaking Litecoin right now as far as my portfolio is concerned, percentage-wise. Matter of fact, I got more Litecoin than I probably should have, to be honest with you. As far as when you look at my spread, my portfolio. But, yeah, just crazy. So he spent the night, and I said, well, hell, it's Christmas. You ain't got nothing to do. Stay over here. We'll be going to eat and lunch at my sister's house. And, got the family down. So, anyways, my mom was here. And again, so I'm like, all right, here she is again. Let me try to get this out of her. I was like, Mom, man, what about that dang, that sealed envelope you got with a prediction on these cryptos, man? She's like, what? Come on. I know it has to be good. If it wasn't good, you wouldn't have just sat there and said nothing. She goes, well, yeah. I was like, well, is it one specifically? Is it all of them generally? She said, I'm not telling you. Just, you need to wait till about the first, maybe second week of January. That's when I'll know. I meditated on it. I heard your dad talking and all this stuff. And it made me want to go meditate on this to really see. And she says, if I'm right, we'll just see. And I'm like, well, again, is it one? Because I'm thinking like, are you just like meditating on Litecoin? Are you meditating on all of them? She wouldn't tell me. I was trying so hard. I was about to try to bribe the hell out of her, but I was like, nah, whatever. All right, I'll just wait. I was like, all right, well, when you're ready to unseal it, you can't unseal it. You have to come to me or call me or text me or whatever and say, all right, you can unseal it, and I'm gonna come get that damn envelope, and I'm gonna unseal it live on my channel video. So I'm dying to know. But again, my mom knows I'm in these things. If it was bad news, like Joe, I didn't get a good feeling when I meditated on it. I didn't, how it is when I do that stuff. I'd have been like, oh man, I'd probably start scraping off some big profits and saying, let me just, half my holding gone. I don't like what my mom's saying, like, even though she's never been into this kind of stuff, whatever, just because the fact that she had that feeling, I'm out. I don't want to get all of it just in case she is wrong, but she had bad news, man. I want out, a big portion anyways. Take my cash, pay, like I said, get ready to pay the house off or something, and then just call it a day. And then come out here and tell you guys, listen, just gonna tell you what my mom said. I hate to say this, and I would have to have done it, but I don't think it's going to be that. Again, because when my dad was at the table, him and my uncle, oh, sell, we need to start selling. No, don't sell. That's what she said. So, I mean, that's the sign, I just want to know exactly, specifically what she said. Is it doubling? Is it tripling? What is it? She won't tell me nothing. Like, man, my mom's never done that. I was like, whatever. So, yeah, anyways, it's Christmas Day. It's about 10 o'clock Eastern. Your little update. Again, all the cryptos. Let's go back to that main screen. Green, as I say in the stock market, green shoots. Yeah, there's a few little small red ones, no big deal. But a nice sea of green is what we like to take a peek at, isn't it? Even Civic, man. Civic's not doing too shabby at all at $1. And that was, trying to think, Civic was also something that old Trader Boss mentioned a little while back, I could have swore. So anyways, Merry Christmas, everybody. Got stuff to do today. Might do a little video later on this evening for tomorrow, kind of a thing, Maybe some news items. There's a couple of interesting things on Zero Hedge. Nothing crazy, but just some stuff maybe we'll chat about a little later. And that's about it. May the cryptos be with you. At least in the first or second week of January coming up here. Oh, and the website. This guy that's been helping me with this plugin. He says, man, he's like, I know you still having trouble with people overpaying, even accidentally, or underpaying, and then they're creating support tickets. Even though at least it's happening and I can go find the ticket and set it to complete myself. It's better than the last plugin or the site we were using, which was Coin Payments. But I was just like, look, is there any way I can get rid of the whole middleman thing completely and just put up, in some system within our system that handles all the payments and it checks the blockchain every, 30 seconds or whatever it is. Maybe it's live. And as long as the payment is exactly what we said to send or within, a couple percentage points or something, just let the freaking thing go through because the price changes, And he's like, yeah, we got something to figure out there. But, and I know I've had a lot of people ask about affiliate. Can you do affiliate thing where we get paid if we refer someone, that kind of thing? And I know I talked about maybe 2 or 3 layers down, multi-level, but then the second you start doing multi-level, you put yourself in a category where, certain entities within the government may want to start taking a closer look at you. And I don't know if I want that, but I am willing to do at least 1 layer, where you refer someone and however many people you refer, you get, a commission or a referral fee kind of a thing. And they already have plugins for that, but it needs to be customized to work so that you basically sign into our website and you have a spot that says put in your Ethereum address, because I think we're going to be switching to Ethereum here soon for payments. Because with all the smart contract capability within Ethereum, this guy was telling me we can do a lot of really cool, interesting things with Ethereum because of the whole smart contract capability. So everything you want to do with your site that you're asking me, like, can we do this with Litecoin? We could easily do with Ethereum, no problem. And I thought, well, again, we've got a bunch of, Litecoin over this past few weeks. Maybe we should move to Ethereum. So in the very near future, I think we're going to see the website will then be accepting Ethereum for payment. And There'll be an affiliate program where you can refer people, and essentially you put in your Ethereum address. The second a payment comes in, we get our cut, you get your cut, done. No trouble tickets, no nothing. It just works. So that's our next step. I'm trying to get this guy to urgently do that, which he is. He's trying really hard, and that'll be really, really cool when we can do that. So stay tuned. Take care.